Attention all Zelda gamers. Annoying Bokoblin has hit 20,000 subscribers and, well, he needs your help. All he needs is for you to watch and like his video and then comment below. So, tell him, Boko also says thanks to all his patrons, as well as a very happy holiday.
Okay, today I am bringing a very special video to you lot. So, just recently the channel hit 20,000 subscribers. Now, obviously this is a massive milestone and I just wanted to film this video to say thank you. I never ever expected anywhere, in any way, when I first started this channel, I'd ever get anywhere near 20,000. So, this is a massive thing for me, and I just, as I said, wanted to film this video just to say thank you for all the support, helping me get here, and I figured I may as well do something like this for you lot. So, I asked around on my Discord server, and the general consensus for what I should do for a 20,000 subscriber special video was either QnA or room tour. I decided 20,000 is a big milestone, why the hell not do both? So I'm doing both. First of all though, actually, fun fact. As well as being my 20,000 subscriber Subspecial video, this is also my 500th video. Well, my 500th public video anyway. So anyway, let's get right into the room tour part. Okay, here's the room tour part of the video, so let's go. Sorry if the footage is a tad bit grainy or anything, I don't know if it will be, but generally that's what I get when I move my camera around and stuff, rather than having it in one setup location. But anyway, let's go. So, here is my main desk, where I do everything from. There is a pile of junk, including a bomb lamp thing I made, that's pretty cool. My mouse and my keyboard and Smash Amiibos, a lot of Smash Amiibos. Monitor, which volume suddenly turned on for some reason. What? Ah, there we go. Got the volume off on that monitor. Switch remotes, lamp, TV for playing Switch on, big light and a drawing and a jigsaw, and another big light and a drawing, and a poster and a microphone. Now over here is my PC, as you can see. Very amazing. Down there are my Amiibos, well, the non-Smash Amiibos, the Smash Amiibos go there. There is my Switch, also pretty cool. To the side there is random junk. There is my green screen on the floor. Had to move it out the way to reduce grain in the early part of the video. There is my door with a Zelda poster on it, a Zelda calendar and a Zelda stained glass. Pretty cool. And there's a desk covered in junk. Amazing. Okay, hope you enjoyed that room tour. Now for the Q&A part. Now, first of all, I do want to mention there were a lot of questions asked when I put this up about 3 weeks ago. Don't have the time to answer them all, so if you either did ask a question but I didn't answer it, or want to ask a question because you didn't know that I was doing this, just let me know down below and I'll answer them via the comments. But these ones are in the video, so yeah. What's my favourite letter? My favourite letter would be L. Favourite number? 7. Colour? Green. My inspiration in making YouTube videos. Now, this is an interesting one. So, the inspiration for my channel, that came basically before Breath of the Wild, all the hype leading up to it. Tons of people making theory videos. Everyone was getting caught up in the hype. It was a very exciting time, and I decided, you know what, I've got some theories. I want to do videos on them too. They weren't the best videos, but that's where the inspiration to start my channel came from. As for the rest of my videos, Breath of the Wild's a massive game. I found weird stuff to do in it. I figured, oh, this is interesting, why don't I share it? And that led towards everything else I've been doing. All these weird stuff, carrying snowballs into Death Mountain. I don't know, what else have I done? All sorts, really. I've lost count. I can't even think of something I've done so much. Carrying a blue frame from one tech lab to another, or something like that. I don't know. I've done all sorts, but haven't I? But yeah, generally just the hype leading up to Breath of the Wild and the fact that there's so much to do in the game is my inspiration overall. Favourite YouTuber? This is an interesting question. I don't think I exactly have one favourite YouTuber, but I've got quite a few YouTubers I really like, so, you know, I'll list them. I mean, yeah, this is my 20,000 subscriber special video, but may as well. So, first of all, PewDiePie, I like him, he's an obvious one. If you haven't subscribed to him, it would be good if you do, because he is in a race to keep the top subscribed most YouTube channel against a big company called T-Series, and obviously it's better to have an indie YouTuber over a big company, because the moment a big company gets it, that's kind of the end of YouTube for indie YouTubers, really. But yeah, enough of that. But do subscribe. And then there's Zeltic. He makes really cool Zelda-related videos, really high-quality content. Really enjoy them. I always watch them when they come out. So I'd also recommend checking him out too. And then Meti333. He's also a great Zelda YouTuber. He does videos sort of similar to mine, I guess, just doing stuff in Breath of the Wild, weird stuff often, similar style with the captions over the top, so I'd recommend checking him out too. I'll leave links to all three of those channels down below. Obviously I can't mention every channel I like, but those three are the first that come to mind for me. First game I've ever played. Oh boy, oh boy. I can't answer this one. I don't know what the first game I played was. It was so long ago, honestly I can't remember. I was probably like some little kid or something, but the furthest back I can remember is probably Mario. New Super Mario Bros. For the DSi, to be specific. My dream job. Now this is interesting. So, for the job I do want when I'm older, it is game developer. So, creating video games. I've already started practicing that now. I really enjoy it. Dream job would still be game developer, however, working on a Zelda game. That would be amazing. If I could ever work on a Zelda game, I would just be overjoyed. I doubt I would ever get the chance to, but if I did, that would be literally dream come true. Why is my channel named Annoying Bokoblin? Skyward Sword, put simply. The Bokoblins in there block all your attacks almost always, and then some of them have electric swords that shock you when they block your attacks, and then there's a horde of them that you fight at the end. Put simply, I was a little kid and it annoyed me. What's the story behind my channel, and where do I see it going from here? Well, I mentioned at the start of my channel when I was talking about the inspiration for it, so from there, I did that video of the Divine Beast 4 Imper. It got me up to like 1,000 subscribers. I kept going from there, making more videos, getting better as time went on. Because personally, if you ask me, that first one was my worst one, and the newer ones are my better ones. But that's up for debate, but yeah. And now here I am. But where do I see it going in the future? Honestly, I have no idea. Put simply, this channel has always just been a hobby for me, something I enjoy doing in my spare time, just sharing edited videos I've done, gameplay things I've found, and live streams with you lot. I've just enjoyed it, really. It's never actually meant to be some full-time thing for me or anything. So I honestly don't know where I'll see it going from here, but if it goes anywhere beyond 20,000, I will be overjoyed, as I am overjoyed now with hitting 20,000 in the first place. So, yeah. If it ever did get big, though, I would still try to talk to you viewers, interact with you, because that is the main thing I enjoy about YouTube. Not just the sharing stuff, but actually sharing it with other people and interacting with them about it. Why do I like Skyward Sword? Now, that's an interesting question, because if you didn't know, Skyward Sword is my favourite traditional Zelda game, obviously Breath of the Wild being completely different. Breath of the Wild's my favourite overall, but Skyward Sword's my favourite traditional one. So, Skyward Sword, I like it for many reasons. First of all is the story. It's an amazing story. It's the root of all the other stories in the Zelda games. If you need to have heard that story to understand a ton of them, basically. And it's really well detailed. It's so good. Playing through it, the story, it's just so amazing. Probably the best Zelda storyline I've heard. Then, the gameplay itself, now. I'll split the gameplay into two factors to talk about. The dungeons and the motion controls. Now, the motion controls are quite controversial, put simply. You either love them or you hate them. Me, I love them. So, basically, they aren't the best motion controls, but they were great for their time, and I played it when it had come out, and as I was saying about the annoying Bokoblins earlier, yeah, there were problems like that. But I got through the game, nice enough. It was challenging, but not too hard or not too easy, so that worked out for me. And I did enjoy playing with them, and whenever I go back to a game, which I do often, I guess, I still enjoy them, so that gives them a big thumbs up from me, I guess. Now, the dungeons part of the gameplay, obviously I can go into tons of facts about gameplay, not just dungeons and motion controls, but these were two big ones for me. The dungeons are just really well designed. They don't guide you through really easily, like, say, Wind Waker, but then they're not insanely hard, like, say, I don't know, the original Zelda game, or Link to the Past, or the Link's Awakening. Although those dungeons aren't bad either. But then again, they're 2D, not 3D, and executing a 3D dungeon is obviously massively difficult compared to 2D. Well, not difficult, different. No, what I mean is difficult to execute the same complexness as a 2D one in a 3D one. But Skyward Sword absolutely nailed it with quality dungeons, probably the best I've seen in a 3D Zelda game. So, for example, the Ancient Cistern. That had such intricate puzzles, and that one part where you climb up the rope thing, it's just so cool, and it's an unforgettable moment, and probably one of my most well-remembered moments out of any Zelda game. So that instantly shoves it up high for dungeons. Basically, I like Skyward Sword. There are all my reasons. I probably jabbered on about that for a while, because, as I said, I love that game. Next, am I a girl or a boy? Well, yeah, you might think it's pretty obvious based on looking at me, but you can't presume stuff like that in this day and age, so I will confirm for you lot, I am a boy. Future career plans, YouTube or moving on? Now that's an interesting question. So I do enjoy my YouTube, as I said, but I also said that it is just a fun thing I do in my spare time as a hobby, and I do want to be a game developer. So the likelihood is I will move on from my YouTube. I won't stop my YouTube, it's just it'll stay as a hobby sort of thing, and I'll go on to a proper job later, but right now YouTube is my main sort of thing, because I don't earn a lot off of it, but I earn enough for me right now at this age, but obviously in the future I'll need more. That's a proper job. But if it ever did get big, I would stick to my YouTube as my main thing and do game development as a side thing, but it's unlikely it'll get big. Although I would be overjoyed if it did, but it is unlikely. Have I 100%ed Breath of the Wild? Nope. Well, like a month or two after a game was released is the highest I got on my percentage, and I just stopped increasing it after that. I got to like 80-odd%, maybe 85, 70, something around there. Basically, I did everything, apart from some Koak seeds. I did about 550 out of the 900 seeds, and then I just got bored, I guess. They were kind of repetitive. Not that they're bad, it's just doing 900 of them does get a bit repetitive. Like, it's just pop the balloons, pick up the rock, something else. Breath of the Wild, 2 pros and 2 cons. Now this is interesting. So, pros, the first pro I would go with is just the non-linearity, the open air, not open world, open air, and I'll get onto that in a moment, sense that you get. You can do what you want in whatever order you want, and you will get a different play experience no matter what you do. That's my first pro. And that leads on to my second one, that being the open air rather than open world. Open air is a term that the developers of Breath of the Wild created, so meaning not just an open world game, but it has a vastly clever physics and chemistry engine, and the full 100% non-linearity. So in Breath of the Wild you can cut down a tree, you can set the grass on fire and the fire will spread, creating smoke, burning it, and if you put water on it it'll stop, and so on. I don't know how you put water on it, but, like, you know, you get what I mean. Basically, it is vastly complex, and it creates unique experiences every time. Say, you can push a boulder down a hill to kill some Bokoblins, or you can drop a metal box on them from above to kill them, you can set fire to some fire further along and let the wind carry it along, you can just jump down and stab them, you can drop a bomb on them, you can do all sorts. It just creates an amazingly fun experience with interesting physics and chemistry engines. So that's my second point. Now, a con. First con I'll go for instantly is quite frankly the dungeons and their bosses. They get very repetitive. The shrines are amazing, the divine beasts are good, it's just they are repetitive and it takes away the sense of how nice they actually are. And then the bosses, they're just easy and the same thing except with a different weapon. That's basically it. So if I was to improve on it, I'd make the dungeons more different actual themes rather than just all technology based. Different sorts of puzzles and definitely different bosses. Maybe dungeon items too. I don't know whether dungeon items would be needed. That's something a lot of people say would be needed, but I often feel that the main reason people feel dungeons are bad is not due to a lack of dungeon items, but due to the repetitiveness and the fact that the game forces you to overlook how nice they actually are because you feel it is being repeated. Second con, I'd say the story. It is an amazing story, I really enjoyed it, but the way that you pick it up, it's like, once you've picked it up, that's it. You generally end up picking it up at the end of the game after actually playing it, just in a round to collect the memories at the end, or doing the DLC after you've bought it. Not saying the story itself is bad, it's just the way in which you obtain it is. And to improve on that, I'd have it so you can trigger certain things around the world at certain times to trigger certain mechanics in a story, and then they can all build up to making different parts of the world be different in different areas. So that would lead to even more non-linearity, because say you do one thing in one part of the world, it means the other part of the world is different to how it was at the start, and it won't change back. But that'll take a lot more work, no doubt, and I'm just jabbering on again like I did with Skyward Sword. Next, the last one as well. Who's my favourite champion? That would be Rivali. Okay, whoa, I've answered all the Q&A. Amazing. That's it for this video then. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't for some reason, but it's a sub-special, so you probably have. And I just want to reiterate my original message at the start of this video. Thank you so much for all the support and just getting me to 20,000. I would never have imagined it would have ever happened when I first made the channel. And I'm ever so grateful, honestly. Also, talking of thanks for support, I'd also like to thank my patrons. They've helped a ton with support, just donations allowing me to buy things, such as the camera to record this video, editing software, games to actually play in videos, and so much more. But thanks to patrons and you subscribers, everything helps, and I am overjoyed to be at this point. Anyway, enough saying thanks. As I said, hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time. Bye.